Good day, people. Hope you're doing well. So, recently I was going through my Rust Store analytics and I figured out that most of you like to skip ahead to the predictions chapter. You want to just get the straight answer, what should I invest my money towards to try and potentially make some good profits with the Rust skins? And I figured out, well, you know what? If that's what everybody wants, why don't I just make a new video to accompany the Rust Store rotations? And from here on now, every week we'll have the Rust Store rotation video and we'll have the Rust Store prediction video. I want to be precise, concise, I want to be straight to the point. I want to make sure these videos are no longer than 5 minutes. I want to figure out all the context in the Rust Store rotation video, and I'll explain everything and keep it straightforward in the predictions video. And that's what we're essentially going to do right here, right now. So I've already done my Rust Store rotation video. Let's go take a look at these skins real quickly. I'll give you enough justification into figuring out what potentially you want to put your money towards, and hopefully you'll feel nice, safe, and you get the idea. You'll feel comfortable in what you want to do next. So let's go straight to the point. Gentlemen, this is the new Rust Store. Aren't they nice? But what skin out of all of these is looking to be the best investment? And I came to the conclusion it's the No Mercy Revolver. So first of all, it's part of a well-established collection, the most popular collection in terms of most acceptances. It has a home, all right? Secondly, revolvers. They have very high gun demand. Tier 1 weapon, loads of people are going to get hold of it. Not too hard to get the resources for it. Very reliable, and of course, with a high gun demand, there's going to be a high demand to use the skins, and as you can see here, higher skin prices. Not a single one of these is below their Rust Store price. Every single one of them, and let me point out to you right now, we're starting to go through the bad times. Every single revolver skin is in the positive. And you might sit there and say, "Oh, are you really sure about this? Do you see that Headhunter revolver there?" Well, in the past, I've pretty much talked about investing into revolver skins before, and I have the aftermath. I made a very nice profit. So let me just get this straight to you. At the very least, this No Mercy Revolver will hold its price throughout the rest of this year. When times are good, August time or post-Christmas time, that will go up in price very, very nicely. So just to keep you straight to the point, I've given you all of those reasons, and by default you'd think, okay, that's good, I'm happy with that, I'll buy that. But there's one extra little thing. With these 4 skins coming out in the same week, these are going to take all of the attention away from this. That also leads me to believe we're not going to see tons of people buying these in excess. All the better for the revolver. So right now, I'm going to sit here and say if I had to buy something, it will be the No Mercy Revolver. And personally, I am planning to buy a whole bunch of them. And just to show you how I am with revolver skins, I still have a whole bunch of my colourful revolvers. I'll sell them eventually, don't worry. I just had all the other Rust skins to sell in post-Christmas time. So, right, so that's straight to the point there. Now, there's also the deplorable skins that I feel half comfortable with. The Abyss Crate, I immediately compared this with the likes of the Dragonhorn box. The Dragonhorn collection was also a deplorable collection that had very similar glow-in-the-dark, awesome-looking facial designs and whatnot. But basically, they both of these boxes sold for around the same price. This was $2.49 and this was $2.99. This came out 2 years ago. It sold around 34,000 sales, and I thought this was the best skin to get a good idea of what potentially might happen with the Abyss large box. So it went up during good times, went bad during bad times, up again for post-Christmas, did quite alright during that weird time around April last year. Obviously it crashed down in October, and post-Christmas, just a couple months ago, it did very nicely, selling for around $6 to $7. I fully believe this is the same trajectory that the Abyss Crate will have. So therefore, I will point out and sit here and say I wouldn't be surprised if this does go below its Rust Store price at some point, but I don't think it'll go as low. I think the lowest point it'll get to is around $2. So you could just reliably stick with a fairly high buy order, but I will sit here and say if you bought some of these, I feel like you will be selling them for a nice profit when times are very good. One thing that you want to keep an eye on is how many of these are sold. Remember, you don't have to jump in and buy these immediately. You can take your time. You can wait until Wednesday or Thursday, then make the purchase. Use scmm.app, look at the Rust Store section, and look at how many of these have estimated sales these have had. It's only been 6 hours, and many of these skins have already had 7,000 sales. It's fairly ridiculous, but yeah, you get the point. Now, Locker from Hell, I've made this point before that the From Hell skins tend to struggle during the year. Wouldn't be surprised if this happens to this as well. So, yeah, during the year, I expect this to potentially go below its Rust Store price. When times are good, much like with the Abyss Crate, I fully believe this will do very nicely. It's an awesome looking locker. In fact, so much so that I actually went ahead and made a very cool little short video just showcasing off Sir Q. You did a fantastic job with this. Guys, this will do nicely when loads of people are playing again, but, you know, with exams, with work and school and whatnot, people aren't playing Rust as much. So keep an eye on this, but it's probably better off as a buy order. But if you did purchase them, at the very least, at some point in the future, I do feel like this is going to do quite all right. However, there's one extra small little thing that we have to be aware of. We've recently been seeing a whole bunch of locker skins being accepted, as we can see here, ever since Outer Planets Locker. And the reason why I bring this up is because the gap between Toxic Locker and Outer Planets was about 2 years. Ever since this came out, within the past 12 months, we've seen 5 locker skins. They aren't exactly super rare to see anymore. And before we said, wow, the Outer Planets locker looks really cool. Wow, the Witch Altar locker looks really cool. And this and this and this. Yeah, they all look really cool. But when another one appeared, it started to go down in price. So will we potentially see another locker skin being accepted this year that'll take the thunder away from the locker from hell? Probably. It very likely could happen. It's an awesome looking design, but I'm a bit worried we might potentially see another locker skin being accepted this year. So keep that in mind, but it's still probably better off as a buy order. Now, the other thing I'm on the fence on is the Pirate Collection. So we have more skins on the way. I will point this out. We do have the Pirate Boonie hat, Boonie hat, and the hide shoes. Can you remember what happened with the likes of the Pizza Collection that started off earlier this year? We started off with the bandana and the poncho, and of course, when we saw the pizza hide shirt and pants, they both shot up as well. We're seeing the exact same thing happening all over again, basically. But I am a little bit concerned because if you can remember, if you go take a look at the pizza hide shirt and pants, they didn't do very well. They only sold like 16,000, and they were the first hide shirt and pants skins to be accepted after about 6 years, but they went down in price pretty quickly. In fact, we can show you that right now. So for the hide vest, it's already down by 34%. Will the exact same thing happen to these two? I don't know. I guess you could say Pizza Collection probably isn't that in demand. Yeah, you can kind of say that. Pirate Collection, I think a lot of people have been appreciating this a whole lot. So yes, wouldn't be surprised if we see this being accepted at some point in the near future as well. This is starting to turn out to be a very nice collection. So yeah, I feel like let's just wait and see how many of these are sold, then make the decision whether to buy any on Wednesday or Thursday. That's the answer I'd say. So I'm a little bit hesitant, but yeah, maybe J will be making some more skins in the future. And that, gentlemen, is all of the skins. That's what I feel like on all of them, and that took 7 minutes. Damn it, I thought it could be faster. Well, that's as fast as I could be, but it was nice, concise, and straight to the point. Hopefully, I can be faster in the future, but there was quite a lot to talk about all of these. Was I too fast? Was I okay? Could you please offer your feedback, and we'll see if I can improve in the future with all of this. And I need to breathe. Thank you. Bye.